I'm here with Andreas of Sepultura. We're at the end of the tour, reaching the end of the tour, which I believe has been a very successful tour for you guys. Great shows.
Amazing.
Tell me some of the highlights that you've seen so far on this North American trip.
I mean, overall, just to be here, it's an amazing highlight. Do a co-headline tour with Creator, a band that we know so well, so for so many years. That Angel as well, good friends. Spirit World, a band that we didn't know, but a great band, great guys. A month in the U.S., sold out shows. We had a run in California, amazing run in California. Canada is always great, cannot complain about Canada, never. There were great fans, Vancouver was the first sold out show on the tour, way in advance. And it's good to be here. Toronto, we do in Montreal, the last show in New York. And it's great because we are playing a lot of new songs. Although we have like an hour set, us and Creator are flip-flopping, the co-headlines times. So we decided to do like an hour set each one. But we have room to play some of our history, of course, but we're playing a lot of the new stuff, which is something that, the fans had like 2 years, almost 3 years to listen to the album because of the pandemic, lockdown, and everything that happened, So, and we were very anxious to play the new stuff, so it's great to be here now, finally, jamming the new material.
Are the fans as excited as you guys for that new material and just to see you guys in general?
Definitely. It's great that, of course the older stuff, have that impact because a lot of people that follow Sepultura knows those classics, But when you put the new songs among those other older stuff, it fits so well, Of course, I mean, the Quadra album is very much influenced by ourselves, our history, thrash metal, the percussion, the melodic stuff, the orchestral, instruments and etc. So it fits very well, and the fans know the lyrics, following and stuff. I mean, Agony of Defeat is a song that really, I feel that people really have like a strong connection to that song for some reason. It's a very different song from Sepultura as well, very melodic but very heavy. So and you can see the people really singing together with the lyrics. Is amazing.
When you guys schedule a North American date, and I don't want to put any city on the map or throw any city under the bus, but for you personally, is there a few cities in North America that you always look forward to visit because of the vibe, because of the crowd, maybe because of the city itself? You just like to hang out?
All of them.
You just want to be on the road.
Yeah, I mean, today I was walking around for, 3 hours around Toronto, looking for parks, whatever, looking for a juice place or a dispensary, and walking around is fantastic. It's great to be back and to see old friends that lives here. The States, Europe in the summer is the best. The festivals and etc. Playing home, of course, always special. But in the States is, I love California. I like Texas, I like Florida, I like New York, I like the places, and I love Canada as well, like I said, we always had great shows here, and the fans really, since the very first time we came here, we have such a great connection with Canada, and it's always good to be here, like I said, try to enjoy. In Europe especially, I have my bicycle that I like to, run away with no direction, just like, see what happens and go to places without really creating too much expectation, And it's good, like when you have a part of Toronto that I've never been, the market there, that was really cool, and the beach, I saw the little beach there, which was fun too. Little rain, but it was great, It's a fantastic way to spend the day because a lot of people doesn't know on tour we have a lot of waiting.
A lot
of waiting time, And it's a good thing we don't drink anymore, so we have better stuff to do.
So I have to ask you this: when you go for those walks, I know a lot of the fans, when they go to the gym, when you go for a walk, you go for a bike ride, they're listening to Sepultura. So who are you listening to?
I don't like to listen to music when I walk. I hate to be with my headphones and stuff. I like to listen to the environment, to the city, car brakes,
Honks.
crazy people screaming on the streets, you know, Jesus saves or whatever. Yeah, but I like, even on the airplane or airport, you know, I don't like to be too much away. I think hearing, the hearing sensitivity or, you know, ability that we have, it helps me to bring some new ideas to write instead of just listen to music, you know. There's a lot of stuff apart from music itself that it's very inspirational to write, you know. So I like to keep that possibilities always open.
Touring in North America has its own challenges. Do you see the touring in North America a necessity, or is it there's something that you know you can get a lot out of it, considering the challenges of the space, the U.S. being so big,
Yeah.
and so much travel dates in between shows?
Yeah, I think both. We know how America is. I mean, we've been touring America since 1989. You know, we toured with the van, we toured with tour buses and planes and etc. You know, we did it all, and we know how challenging it is to be in America, to make it happen. You know, as you said, like all the traveling distance, but we feel like Europe, you know. I mean, instead of being Texas to Florida, we go Germany to Portugal.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the traveling is basically the same, you know. But I like to be here. I lived in the States during the 90s in Phoenix, Arizona. I like the country. I have great friends here. One of my sons was born here, you know, so I have really cool connections to the United States. And of course the music, you know, the bands, Bay Area, the thrash metal and all that stuff that influence so much what we do in Sepultura, you know.
One last question for you, and that question is related to the tour and the business side of things. You said that, you know, sold out shows, you're loving the energy, you're loving the crowd. By the way, I'm seeing the crowd lining up, and there's people of all ages, which
Oh, yeah.
shows that Sepultura
Definitely.
is not just an old crowd, like Sepultura has a
True.
new fan base as well. For you as an artist, how do you define a successful tour? Are you more considering of who shows up to the show and the reaction of the fans, or you're also a little bit looking at the numbers in terms of merch, sold out shows, that kind of stuff?
Everything. A successful tour is not only a profitable tour, you know, it can be a disaster and you're making money. You know what I mean? So everything has to be in place and in balance, I would say, you know. The ticket sales that make this happen, you know, paying for buses, and the merchandising, always very strong with the metal fan. Because the metal fan, they don't like to buy the bootleg stuff, you know, they like to have the official material. The official stamp, you know, the official shirt and everything, and that very, very helpful for the scene, because the money goes to the right place, goes to the bands, goes to the label, goes to the managers, you know, that keep this alive and functioning, you know, and of course the younger crowd that shows that we are really developing something new, you know. Of course, listening to the old stuff and etc. But the new albums are all very. I mean, they have a strong presence in our set list. You know, we're always playing new stuff, especially Quadra, you know. And it's great to see uncles and dads and with their sons and, you know, nephews and stuff enjoying music together, you know. Heavy metal, it's a very family-oriented type of vibe, you know, and that's very truthful. It doesn't mean that we have to depend on a wave, a fashion wave, or any #1 at Billboard or whatever like that, you know.
Yeah.
Just like very, like you said, you know, lining up and people all different ages, but talking the same, you know,
Yeah.
the same level, enjoying life like the same. It's fantastic.
I think it says a lot about the legacy of the band for sure, and I think it just shows that the future is bright and Sepultura is not a band that lives off the past. So congratulations on the successful tour.
Thank you very
much
much
for taking the time to talk to me today.
I appreciate
so
it.
It's always a pleasure talking to you,
Thank you.
And I'll see you soon.
All right.